The anticipation, it is building. You can feel it on Artemis launch day. Now, the mission will send a crew back around the moon for the first time in more than 50 years. Launch is scheduled for 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time. NASA is about to make a critical decision about today's Artemis II launch. More on that in just a moment.
For more, let's bring in Jim Green. He's a former chief scientist for NASA and a strategic advisor for the Global Space Advisory Board. Jim, good morning. We appreciate you and your insight on this exciting event. We've been ramping up the coverage all weekend long for this. Artemis II will test the SLS rocket and the toll of long-duration spaceflight, which is huge.
Yeah.
Take us behind some of the science that makes this mission and stuff like this possible. It's hard to wrap your mind around what these astronauts are about to do.
Well, when I was head of planetary science in NASA many years ago, one of the things that we did was launch a high-resolution imaging satellite called the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. This satellite was fantastic. If your coffee table sat on the moon, it could see it. Now, we needed that because we were looking for landing spots. We were getting ready for our future Artemis missions. We also had major missions looking at the gravity of the moon. You know, what are the tugs and pulls of the moon, particularly in the areas in the North and South Poles. And then the decision was made, we're going to the South Pole. Now, the key set of information that came from NASA satellites were all about why is the South Pole so very different? It has permanently shadowed regions. And in those regions, in those craters where light from the sun does not shine, we get an enormous amount of water that's been collected over the years and other types of volatiles. And that's what really makes that area so critically important for us to go to. Water is a resource that we can use. We can drink it, we can tear it apart and make rocket fuel. We can tear it apart and breathe it because it's got oxygen and hydrogen. So indeed, we've been preparing for supporting humans living and working on this beautiful object we call the moon, not very far away, for more than a decade and a half. Exciting time.
It is so exciting. You mentioned, learning where to land. Do you think that's part of the missions moving forward, or are we pretty set on where we know we want to land moving forward?
Yeah, we've done all the pre-work, and we have several sites for NASA to consider. So NASA will pick one of those. So this flight is really the test of those wonderful systems, new spacesuits, new capsules. The SLS is an unbelievable vehicle. Most people don't realize it's 10% more powerful than a Saturn V. And, the Saturn V, if you were 3 miles away, shook the Earth. So I'm going to the launch so that I can feel the Earth shake as we send Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy to the moon and beyond, and then come back. They'll be further in space than any other human has ever been.
Awesome.
So we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, just to even think about the goals of the Artemis missions, where the end result is to hopefully put a manned base on the moon. But a big part of that is, can a human survive a long duration? So I know a lot of this mission has to do with the health of humans when we venture this far out into space. Can you talk about maybe their spacesuits, different question marks that you still have yet to be answered in regards to human health here?
You're right. You're right, Haley. Humans who have been in the International Space Station for the last 26 years, somebody's been in space, but they've been cradled in our magnetosphere. The moon sticks out of our magnetosphere in a significantly farther distance than how that magnetic field protects us from the solar wind. So that means we need to study the radiation effects. So we have radiation monitors. We also have new techniques on how to protect astronauts from this radiation. So we'll be studying that in this particular launch, and we'll be assessing that, and that will help us understand better how humans can live and work on the South Pole of the moon.
Can you walk us through what the 10 days will be like from the moment they take off and what's going on before they come back?
Well, there's quite a bit of work that needs to be done. The control centers will be really busy. There'll be some maneuvers. You're going to do first some orbit around the Earth, and then you'll have a certain point where you'll have to fire a rocket that enables you to leave low Earth orbit, and then you'll take off to the moon. Now, as already mentioned, we won't land on the moon. We're testing those systems that will take us there, the SLS and the Orion capsule. We'll go around the moon, but much further than we ever did before, and then return. Now, returning, there's a number of other critical maneuvers that have to be made. In fact, we'll be testing the heat shield on the Orion capsule. This is something that we had a little concern with on Artemis I. And so its redesign and its ability now to keep these astronauts safe, we're assured, but we always have to test these things. So it's an exciting time.
Well, we are so excited about it. We can't wait. We're going to be watching it live here. We can't be in Florida to feel the earth shake like you will be. But hopefully we can check in with you again, sir. We appreciate it. Jim Green, former NASA chief scientist. We appreciate your time this morning. Enjoy the launch whenever that happens, hopefully today at 6:24.
Yeah, I think it'll happen.
Yes.
I'm really excited about it. Thanks so much, Craig and Haley.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate you.